the challenge with restart negotiations is that there's a fundamental premise on the financial analysis that is really where the conflict exists. And I think that's the one that has to be straightened out. And I think if we can't straighten that out where we start from, then we're going to come to the same result as we have now. So, I mean, I would have our administration get back together with them and talk about how you look at the financial issues. Because that's really what this is all about. There's nothing to do with anything else, whether or not we build or don't build, or however it is all about numbers. And so they need to prove to our administration, they can say to us, that whatever the analysis is accurate. And how I've looked at it in the past, I haven't felt that it's been a fair estimate of what the new arena is going to generate.
You're getting rid of the request for a subsidy, replacing it with this new mechanism, anything over and above reasonable expectations of property tax on the area. What's your thoughts on that? Could that work?
You know, as Mr. Farbrother said, there's a challenge with that in the terms and conditions of the CRL. So I don't know how that works. You know, I applaud the Katz Group for coming up with different ideas. It still boils down to what are the numbers you start with to get the results. And in the end, I mean, everybody wants to keep NHL hockey here. They have to prove to City Council administration there is a need to do something. And I think until you have that discussion or that analysis, I think everything else is really a moot point. I think that we can come up with a solution to every other issue. The issue simply is that what is the problem and how do we define how we fix it? And if in the end the Katz Group can show us that they need a subsidy, our administration says they do, then council has to discuss it, or we risk whatever the alternatives are. And if at the end, then the Katz Group cannot justify that, then I think they have to accept that responsibility, that pay for everything themselves. Let's get on with this thing. So this is not a difficult problem, but it is, the problem simply is, where do we start? Where's the first number you look at? And that'll be the biggest challenge.